Cracking the so-called female code has nothing to do with tricks, mind games, or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about becoming the strongest, most refined version of yourself, a man whose presence alone draws her in. To truly connect, you must see yourself as the prize. Live with passion. Build unshakable confidence. Keep adventure alive in your life. And master the art of emotional awareness. This isn't about faking charm, it's about being genuine, radiating positive energy, and earning trust through loyalty and dependability. In this guide, I'll show you how to unlock the real keys to attraction, the ones that make women admire you without you having to chase. If you're ready to start that transformation, drop a comment below. I'm ready, and tell me your name and where you're from. Let's begin. 1. Be the prize. To truly become the prize in a relationship and in life, you have to develop a mindset and lifestyle that naturally draws people toward you. This isn't about chasing validation, bending yourself to fit someone else's expectations, or trying to impress for approval. It's about cultivating a presence so grounded and magnetic that others are drawn in without you needing to pursue them. Before we go deeper, if you're enjoying this content and want to unlock even more insights on building meaningful connections and becoming the best version of yourself, make sure to hit the like button. It helps us reach more people like you men who are serious about growth, self-mastery, and success. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss any of our upcoming videos packed with powerful tips and strategies. Trust me, what's coming next will take your understanding of attraction and relationships to a whole new level. Now let's dive in. Self-worth and confidence are the foundation of becoming the prize. They are not optional traits. They are essential. When you realize you bring something unique and valuable to the table, your entire energy changes. Whether in a romantic relationship, business, or any area of life, that inner conviction radiates outward. Others begin to see you as someone worth paying attention to, someone worth respecting. When you truly recognize your value, you stop seeking external validation. You no longer depend on someone else's opinion to feel good about yourself. That self-assurance is deeply attractive because it signals you are secure in who you are. Look at celebrities or influential figures, the ones who carry themselves with composure. They don't need to prove themselves to anyone because they already know their worth. That quiet certainty creates an aura of strength and makes them seem untouchable, which only adds to their appeal. Part of maintaining this value is avoiding the trap of being overly available. If you are always there at a moment's notice, you risk coming across as clingy or desperate. Instead, build and protect your own life, your passions, your goals, your commitments. When you have a rich, independent life, you create a natural sense of scarcity, and scarcity breeds desire. People tend to want what they can't easily have. When you're not constantly chasing someone's attention, they must invest effort to earn your time and affection. This shift moves the power dynamic in your favor. You become the one being pursued. Think about high-demand luxury items. They're valuable because they're not available to everyone. When you treat yourself like a luxury, people begin to view you in the same light. Another part of being the prize is constant self-improvement. Never allow yourself to become stagnant. Work on yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally. This ongoing commitment to growth sends a clear message. You are ambitious, driven, and never complacent. Growth is attractive because it shows you're always evolving, always leveling up. Successful athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders are admired not only for what they've achieved, but for their relentless pursuit of excellence. That kind of dedication is magnetic. But here's the balance being, the prize is not about arrogance. Confidence is magnetic, but arrogance is repelling. The difference lies in humility. A confident man knows his worth, but he doesn't need to shout it from the rooftops. His actions and presence speak louder than any boast. Confidence without humility is often just insecurity, disguised. When you are genuinely confident, yet humble, it shows you are comfortable in your own skin. You don't need to dominate others or prove you're better. You simply are who you are. And that's enough. Look at someone like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He's confident in his abilities, but he's also known for his kindness, humor, and grounded nature. That balanced strength with humility makes him universally respected and admired. So remember, self-worth and confidence are not things you wait to have until someone validates you. They are things you build, live, and project every single day. They make you rare. They make you valuable. And most importantly, they make you the prize. To live a passionate life. Having a passionate, purpose-driven life isn't just an attractive trait, it's a foundation for a healthy, balanced relationship. It's not only about catching a woman's attention, it's about creating a life so fulfilling and magnetic that people are naturally drawn to you. When your life is rich with energy, interests, and direction, you don't need to convince anyone to be part of it. They'll want in. Independence is one of the most magnetic qualities a man can possess. When you have your own passions, you send a clear signal. You don't rely on anyone else for your happiness or self-worth. Women find men who are emotionally and financially self-sufficient deeply appealing because it shows strength and capability. It communicates that you're not seeking someone to complete you, but rather someone who can complement an already fulfilling life. This level of independence creates balance and protects you from falling into codependent dynamics that drain both partners. Passion adds depth to your character. A man with interests and pursuits has layers, stories to tell, perspectives to share, and experiences that spark curiosity. When you're immersed in activities that excite you, whether it's building a business, exploring the world, training your body, or mastering a skill, you gather a wealth of material for conversations. This keeps interactions engaging and far from repetitive. It also allows you to share your enthusiasm in a way that's contagious, drawing people in and making them want to be part of your journey. Your life becomes a living narrative of growth, adventure, and exploration, something women find irresistible. Pursuing your passions fuels confidence. Real confidence doesn't come from appearances alone. It's built from accomplishment, progress, and mastery over something that matters to you. When you dedicate yourself to a pursuit, you cultivate purpose and pride in what you do. This confidence radiates in subtle ways, the way you walk, speak, and carry yourself. Women can sense it instantly. It's the quiet assurance of a man who knows what he's about and refuses to be swayed by outside noise. Confidence rooted in passion is more than surface-level bravado. It's anchored in the knowledge that you are living a life aligned with your values and ambitions. That alignment creates an inner strength that's hard to shake, no matter the challenges. And when a man is steady in his purpose, It makes him a reliable and attractive presence to everyone around him. Fulfillment is magnetic. A man who's happy with his life, driven by his own goals, is far more attractive than someone constantly searching for validation. When you're actively engaged in what you love, it infuses your days with joy and meaning. That joy radiates outward, lifting the energy of those around you. Happiness has a way of spreading. People want to be near someone who makes life feel lighter and more exciting. Women are drawn to men who create their own happiness because it demonstrates emotional maturity and self-reliance. It shows you won't lean on her to fix you, fill a void, or carry the weight of your well-being. Instead, you bring your own positive energy to the relationship, enhancing it rather than burdening it with neediness. This makes your presence feel like a gift, something she looks forward to, rather than an obligation she has to manage. In the end, having your own passionate life isn't just about attraction, it's about building a reality that you're proud of, with or without anyone else in it. When you live with purpose, independence, and joy, you naturally become a man people want to know, follow, and commit to. And the best part, you're not living that way to impress anyone, you're living that way because it's who you are. 3. Avoid trying too hard. When it comes to attraction, there's a paradox. Most men overlook the harder you try to win her over, the more your value can drop in her eyes. Pulling back effort doesn't mean being cold or indifferent. It means allowing connection to grow naturally, without forcing it. Authenticity over effort. Real connection is built on being genuine, not on overcompensating with grand gestures or constant attention. When you try too hard, it often feels forced, and women can sense when you're not being true to yourself. Instead of shaping yourself into what you think she wants, stay grounded in who you are. This honesty is refreshing and far more appealing than playing a role to meet her expectations. When your actions match your true self, trust grows, because she knows you're not hiding behind an act. Over-effort signals insecurity. Going above and beyond just to win approval usually comes from a place of fear, fear of losing her interest, or fear of not being enough. Ironically, this undermines your attractiveness. Women are drawn to men who are secure in themselves and their value. Confidence isn't about bragging or trying to impress at every turn. It's about being comfortable in your own skin and not needing constant validation. True confidence has an effortless quality. When you're secure in who you are, you don't chase approval, and that space gives her the chance to be drawn to you. The scarcity principle psychology tells us people value what is rare and harder to obtain. When you try too hard, you can become overly available or eager, lowering your perceived value. By being selective with your time and energy, you create an element of mystery and intrigue that naturally heightens attraction. Women, like everyone, appreciate something they have to work for. When you maintain your own life, priorities, and boundaries, you position yourself as a man worth earning. Balancing interest with independence, attraction thrives in the tension between showing you care and preserving your individuality. If you give her everything too quickly, she may take your attention for granted. If you hold your ground and keep pursuing your own life, you create a dynamic where she feels valued but not smothered. This balance invites her to invest in the relationship rather than passively receiving your efforts. Avoiding unnecessary pressure, trying too hard, can unintentionally make her feel like she's under constant evaluation. It can create pressure, making the connection feel rushed or artificial. Most women prefer relationships that develop organically, where both people have the space to relax and be themselves. Giving her room to breathe allows the bond to strengthen at a natural pace. The key takeaway: not trying too hard isn't about playing games or pretending not to care. It's about valuing yourself enough to let things unfold without force, by leading with authenticity, maintaining confidence, protecting your time, and giving the connection space to grow. You create conditions where attraction can deepen on its own. The man who doesn't overextend himself isn't seen as distant, he's seen as grounded, self-assured, and worth pursuing. 4. Be emotionally in tune. Being emotionally in tune is one of the most powerful skills you can develop for building meaningful, lasting relationships. It's not about controlling emotions or suppressing them. It's about recognizing, understanding, and responding to both your own feelings and the emotions of others in a way that strengthens trust and connection. When you're emotionally in tune, you don't just hear the words someone says, you hear the emotions behind them. You pick up on the subtle cues, body language, facial expressions, the tone of voice. These signals often reveal more than words ever could. By tuning in to this emotional context, you can respond with empathy, showing that you are genuinely present and invested in the other person's well-being. It also starts with self-awareness. When you clearly understand your own emotions, you can express your thoughts and feelings without confusion or contradiction. You avoid projecting your own frustrations, fears, or insecurities onto others. This prevents misunderstandings and keeps your interactions clear and honest. Emotional attunement also demonstrates dependability. It shows that you can handle emotional exchanges with maturity. People feel safe sharing with you because they know you won't overreact, dismiss their feelings, or turn the conversation into something about you. This sense of safety is the foundation of trust. Another benefit is emotional stability. When you can regulate your own emotional state, you remain steady, even when situations get tense. This consistency helps you build a reliable, trustworthy connection. People naturally gravitate toward those who can remain calm under pressure. Being in tune emotionally also opens the door to vulnerability. When you are willing to be open about your own feelings, you give others permission to do the same. This exchange of vulnerability creates intimacy. It allows both sides to share their fears, desire, and personal experiences without fear of judgment. When two people are emotionally attuned to each other, they understand one another's needs on a deeper level. They can sense when to give space, when to offer support, and when to simply listen. This mutual understanding leads to a richer, more fulfilling connection, one where both people feel seen, valued, and understood. Ultimately, emotional attunement is not a passive trait. It's a skill you can cultivate through awareness, patience, and practice. And the more you refine it, the stronger your relationships will become, built not just on words, but on genuine emotional connection. 5. Avoid playing games. When it comes to building a truly meaningful relationship, one of the quickest ways to destroy trust is by playing games, mind games, hidden agendas, or manipulative tactics might seem clever in the short term, but they often plant the seeds of misunderstanding, mistrust, and eventual failure. Real connection can't thrive in an environment where one person is constantly strategizing to gain control. The foundation of any healthy relationship is authenticity. That means being honest about your intentions and your feelings. When you refuse to play games, you send a clear message. You have nothing to hide. This openness helps the other person feel they can rely on your words and your actions. Trust is not built overnight. It's built through consistent behavior. Game playing usually involves mixed signals and contradictions. One day, you might seem fully present. The next, you're distant without explanation. Over time, that inconsistency chips away at trust. In contrast, when you are direct and straightforward, you show stability and reliability, two qualities every strong relationship needs. Manipulation often breeds confusion. When your actions and words don't align, the other person is left guessing what you really mean. That uncertainty creates frustration and stalls the growth of a genuine bond. Playing games can also set damaging expectations about how relationships work. For instance, manufacturing false urgency or playing hard to get might teach the other person to see relationships as a series of calculated moves instead of a partnership grounded in mutual respect. Tactics like emotional blackmail or psychological manipulation might get you temporary compliance, but they damage the deeper emotional fabric. When someone realizes they've been manipulated, resentment begins to grow, and resentment, once rooted, is hard to remove. Even if you manage to patch things up temporarily, the emotional scar remains. Healthy connections are also built on respecting boundaries. Games often involve pushing those boundaries or testing limits to see how far you can go. But real respect means honoring the other person's emotional and personal space. Being upfront about your intentions shows that you value their feelings and needs. It's not just the relationship that suffers from manipulative behavior, it's you constantly plotting, testing, and maneuvering can erode your own self-esteem. It replaces your authentic self with a mask built out of tactics. Over time, you may begin to doubt your natural worth, relying on strategies instead of genuine qualities. Avoiding games does more than prevent problems, it builds a strong foundation. It allows both people to work together toward shared goals without second-guessing motives. When issues arise, honest communication leads to real solutions. Addressing problems directly is far more effective than using mind games, which usually complicate or escalate conflict. People are drawn to authenticity. When you present yourself as you truly are, you attract those who value the real you, not a crafted persona. That kind of attraction is sustainable. When a connection is rooted in genuine traits and real emotions, it stands a far better chance of lasting over time. In the end, manipulation might win a moment, but honesty, respect, and authenticity win a lifetime. 6. Radiate positive energy. Contagious positive energy is one of the most magnetic qualities you can develop, not just for romantic relationships, but for life as a whole. When you radiate genuine positivity, you naturally draw people toward you. They feel lighter, more at ease, and more willing to engage. Let's break down why this energy is so powerful and how you can actively cultivate it. People are instinctively drawn to those who make them feel good. When you project positive energy, you become a source of happiness and comfort. This quality enhances your social interactions, strengthens your relationships, and increases your overall attractiveness. Positive individuals tend to be more approachable, friendly, and engaging. That openness invites more opportunities, social invitations, professional networking, and meaningful connections. When challenges arise, shift your focus from the problem to possible solutions. This proactive mindset helps you stay optimistic and inspires others to do the same. Practice gratitude daily. You can keep a gratitude journal or simply take a few minutes to reflect on the good things in your life. This habit shifts your perspective, helps you focus on abundance instead of scarcity, and keeps your mindset strong. Uplift those around you. Offer genuine encouragement. Celebrate their wins. And provide support when they're struggling. By lifting others up, you create a positive environment where people feel valued and connected. Positivity builds trust. When you consistently bring good energy into your interactions, you foster goodwill. Over time, that goodwill turns into deeper, more meaningful relationships. Give sincere compliments and acknowledge people's strengths. This not only boosts their confidence, but also strengthens your bond with them. Show empathy when others share their challenges or successes. Listen actively and without judgment. By doing so, you prove that you care, which reinforces the connection. A positive outlook also improves your resilience. When you maintain a hopeful perspective, you're better equipped to manage stress, adapt to setbacks, and navigate uncertainty. Resilience is rooted in mindset, and positivity fuels that resilience. Focusing on the bright side of life builds self-esteem and confidence. That self-assurance becomes part of your character, allowing you to face challenges with a sense of empowerment instead of fear. Finally, create habits that support positivity. Exercise regularly, meditate, or engage in hobbies you enjoy. A consistent routine keeps your mind and emotions balanced, helping you maintain that contagious energy day after day. When positivity becomes your default state, you're not just more attractive, you're more impactful. You leave every space better than you found it. 7. Value your appearance. While looks aren't the only thing that matters, the way you value your appearance has a powerful influence on both how you see yourself and how others see you. Taking care of your appearance isn't vanity, it's self-respect. Here's why it matters and how to embrace it in a meaningful biomate. Sustainable way. When you take pride in how you look, it naturally boosts your self-esteem. Confidence built from self-respect radiates outward, making you more attractive to others. People are drawn to those who feel good about themselves and project positive energy. Regular grooming is a cornerstone of self-care. This includes haircuts, skincare, and personal hygiene. Find a routine that works for your lifestyle and stick to it. Consistency builds habits, and habits shape how you present yourself every day. Maintaining physical health through regular exercise also plays a big role. It not only improves your self-image, but also enhances your overall well-being and energy levels. When you feel strong and healthy, it shows in your posture, your movements, and your energy. Clothing is another key factor. Wear outfits that fit well and complement your body type. Invest in a few quality pieces that make you feel confident and comfortable. The right clothing can elevate your appearance and reinforce your self-assurance. How you present yourself reflects your level of self-respect. When you value your appearance, you send a clear message. You care about yourself and take pride in who you are. This often leads to increased respect from others and sets the stage for a positive first impression. Make grooming and self-care part of your daily life. Pay attention to small details. Clean, well-fitting clothes, proper dental care, and neatly kept hair. These little things add up to a polished, put-together appearance that others notice. Develop a personal style that reflects who you are. When you feel comfortable and authentic in your style, it shows you've put thought into your appearance and you know your own worth. First impressions are powerful. A well-groomed appearance helps you make a strong impression from the very beginning. It shows effort, attention to detail, and awareness of how you present yourself. Dress appropriately for the occasion, whether it's a casual meetup or a formal event. Make sure your attire matches the setting and is well maintained. Pair your appearance with positive body language. Stand tall. Make eye contact. Act with confidence. And smile. This combination complements your look and makes your presence even more impactful. Before important meetings or events, take time to prepare. Choose the right outfit. Ensure you are well groomed. And step into the moment feeling confident. 8. Embrace an adventurous spirit. An adventurous spirit is one of the most magnetic traits a man can possess, not only for attracting women, but for living a life filled with meaning and motion. Adventure isn't limited to climbing mountains or flying across oceans. It's a mindset. It's the willingness to embrace the unknown with curiosity, playfulness, and courage. At its core, an adventurous spirit means you refuse to be trapped by routine. You welcome moments that break the pattern. This doesn't require dramatic gestures or expensive trips. It could be as simple as suggesting an unplanned evening out, trying a new cafe, or taking a scenic detour on the way home. Women notice these sparks of unpredictability. They feel the freshness it brings. A relationship fed by surprise and light-hearted novelty rarely grows stale. Beneath this lies curiosity, the driving force of every true adventurer. It's the desire to explore, to learn, to meet new people, and to stretch beyond your comfort zone. A man with this thirst for discovery sends a powerful signal. He's open-minded. He's growing. He's not stuck in the past. Women are drawn to that energy because it mirrors resilience and adaptability qualities that protect a man from life's inevitable changes. You can nurture curiosity by trying unfamiliar activities, asking questions others overlook, and staying receptive to new ideas. Dive into different cultures. Read books that challenge your perspective. Pick up a skill you've always been curious about. An adventurous nature often carries with it a playful edge. Playfulness isn't immaturity, it's the art of keeping moments light, teasing in good spirit, and creating laughter when life gets heavy. This attitude relieves tension and builds a deeper bond. It shows you can bring joy, not just stability. But adventure isn't only about where you go, it's about how you handle what comes. Life will test you. It will throw unexpected turns and sudden storms. Here's where emotional flexibility makes the difference. A man who approaches these moments with composure instead of panic stands out. He adapts without losing himself. He can flow with change without becoming rigid or bitter. Women instinctively value this steadiness. It makes them feel safe, understood, and free to be themselves. A man with emotional flexibility is not just exciting to be around, he's a source of calm in the chaos. An adventurous spirit is more than a trait. It's a way of life. It keeps your world vibrant. It keeps your relationships alive. And it ensures that wherever you go, you're not just existing, you're living. 9. Be her calm anchor. Being her calm anchor means becoming the steady force. She can rely on the presence that brings stability, reassurance, and emotional grounding. Women are often drawn to men who can provide a deep sense of security, especially during moments of stress, chaos, or uncertainty. In those times, she's not just looking for words. She's looking for a man whose energy makes her feel safe. Life is unpredictable. It will bring highs and lows, storms and still waters. When the waves rise, she needs to see that you can remain composed, not swept away by the tide. Your calm under pressure signals to her that you're dependable, someone she can lean on without fear. Emotional stability builds trust. It creates an environment where she feels free to open up, knowing you won't lash out in anger or react without thinking. That kind of safety is rare, and it's magnetic. When you stay composed and offer reassurance, whether through words, a gentle touch, or simply listening, you ease her stress. Your steady presence becomes the anchor she can hold on to when her own emotions feel like they're pulling her under. It's not about fixing every problem. It's about being the constant when everything else feels uncertain. Over time, this consistency sends a powerful message. No matter what happens, you're there. You're not going to disappear when things get hard. This reliability deepens her trust and cements your role as her emotional safe harbor. Every relationship will face emotional highs and lows, but a man who can help balance those shifts brings priceless value. When you remain calm, it helps her regain perspective. It makes challenges seem more manageable. Being the person she turns to when she feels overwhelmed strengthens the emotional connection between you. It tells her you're not just a partner in good times, you're her ally in the storms. That bond grows deeper because she sees you as a man who both understands her and helps her find peace in the middle of chaos. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is simply be there. No speeches, no overcomplication, just your presence, steady and grounded. That quiet energy can lower her anxiety, slow her breathing, and help her relax. You don't need to fill every silence. Sometimes your stillness says more than words ever could. When she feels that you are the calm in her storm, she can finally let go of tension, knowing she's safe to rest. This calm isn't just about the moment. It's about building emotional security, the foundation every lasting relationship rests on. When she knows she can depend on your emotional steadiness, it allows her to commit fully. It's the difference between a fragile connection and one that endures. By being her calm anchor, you create a bond that is strong now and resilient in the future. A relationship built on this kind of security doesn't just survive the storms, it grows stronger because of them. 10. Embrace loyalty. Loyalty is one of the most powerful and attractive traits a man can bring into a relationship. When it becomes part of who you are, it builds trust, creates safety, and forges a deep emotional bond. True loyalty isn't just something you talk about, it's something you live. It means staying committed when life gets difficult. Not only when it's easy, it's the willingness to stand beside her through challenges, proving with actions that you can be counted on. Women value men who are dependable. When you show up consistently, it tells her she can lower her guard and connect with you on a deeper level. It sends a message that you're not here for a season, you're here for the long haul. Loyalty means you are not swayed by distractions or short-term temptations. It's choosing to invest your time, your energy, and your heart into building something strong and lasting. That unwavering commitment creates an environment where both partners can grow and flourish together. This kind of loyalty provides something rare, emotional safety. When a woman feels secure in your commitment, she can relax, open up, and be her true self without fear of betrayal. Emotional safety becomes the foundation for trust and intimacy, allowing the relationship to thrive without constant suspicion or doubt. Loyalty also cuts away unnecessary drama. When she knows you're true, she won't waste energy questioning your intentions or worrying about your interactions with others. This trust frees both of you from insecurity, replacing it with mutual respect and confidence in each other's commitment. It's worth remembering, loyalty is not proven in comfort, but in adversity. It's not about grand declarations, but about the quiet consistency of your choices. Every time you choose the relationship over temptation, every time you stay steady instead of straying, you strengthen the bond between you. In a world where many are quick to leave when things get hard, loyalty stands out. It tells her she has a partner she can count on, not just today, but for every chapter ahead. That is the kind of strength that makes a relationship unshakable. If this message resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and share your own experiences. Your perspective might be exactly what another man needs to hear today. If you found value in this video, give it a like. It's a simple click, but it tells me to keep bringing you more insights like this. And if you're new here, welcome to the community. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a future video. We're building a place for men who want to grow stronger, wiser, and more grounded in every area of life. Your engagement is what keeps this conversation alive. So, join in, share your voice, and let's keep learning together. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stand firm, live with purpose, and keep walking the Stoic path.